Hello everyone. I'm starting a new series and I going to name it Left, Right and Center. I'm naming it Left, Right and Center because I want to bring the stories from all sides, the stories from every opinion. But of course, it doesn't matter whether you are on the left side of the story, right side of the story or in center. All we would like to discuss is the backing of your opinion, whether it is backed by a logical reason, some rational thought. That will be my point. And also, there will be no specific topic or a specific category. Sometimes uh, it can be political, sometimes we can talk about sports, sometimes it can be entertainment, media, or some local story, or and my opinions as well. For your opinions, you can always comment down your opinions in the comment box, and the next time when we come for the episode, maybe I can take some of the very interesting comments which are there in the comment section, and we can discuss those as well, because your voice and your opinions matter as much as mine. So just because you are not making a video, that does not mean that you cannot have a good thought or a good reason. And many a times we have seen that someone who makes a video is equally stupid than many of us. So I cannot say that I'm better than you in terms of having an opinion. All that I have is for now is a mic and a camera where I'm just blabbering about my thoughts. Maybe you can also do the same, but as long as you are not doing that, we can equally have your opinions on this platform. So for today, I only have just some random rants, and it will be very random most of the time in most of the episodes. But as we will progress in the next episodes, and as this will also give me a time after each episode to become more and more fluent and structured, more importantly, and these episodes will become more organized, more structured in the coming episodes, but I do not guarantee them in the first few episodes, and I don't guarantee them ever. But of course, if I'm here and if I continue to speak about a lot of things, that will give me a lot of improvement, of course. So I was just going through some of the news. Maybe I can discuss these. Like if we see that we had the International Yoga Day yesterday. Let's cut this line because it wasn't yesterday. The International Yoga Day was right here today. That is the Sunday of June. I would say the third Sunday. And if you ask Yoga Day, what is so special about it, or why should we do it? So for me, it's important. I don't do it. I want to, but I haven't started it yet on a regular basis. Sometimes we do, and sometimes we don't. Uh, that is one thing. And I'll start with the very basic thing. Like some many a times I have asked people, like, what do you understand by yoga, or yoga, whatever you call it? So they would just say that is some sort of exercises or the postures or the different postures and difficult postures which we will try to make, or they will say that it's part of, or they will say that it is some breathing techniques, breathing exercises, and some postures. So that is not essentially what yoga means. Essentially, the very word yoga that comes from Sanskrit and is used commonly in all the Indian languages, it essentially means union or the sum, SUME, the sum, which we actually study in mathematics. That sum means the union or the addition. So, wherein if the two things are coming together or getting joined together, that means there is a union. So, yoga essentially means union. And union of what? So, suppose if I'm here and there is some supernatural thing, or the Almighty, or the God, or something, a higher consciousness which is there. So, if you are doing some of the techniques which essentially leads you to become one with that super consciousness or God, that whole process is what we call yoga. But essentially, when the two of the consciousness are coming together, that is what yoga is. And all the practices which you do to accomplish that is the whole yoga process which we follow. But with each day and with the marketing coming in, it is essentially becoming some health exercises, which is getting just restricted to some health exercises, which is not essentially the case should be. And the greatest book which is ever written on yoga is the Yoga Sutra by Patanjali. Patanjali was one of the great sages of ancient India, and he wrote Yoga Sutra, and not just the exercises or breathing techniques he's talking about in the books, but also the very fundamental essence of what the God can be or what the universe can be. And this brings me to a new topic, which is called Vedang. So Vedang is essentially, if you split this word, it comes to Ved and Ang. Ved means the four base scriptures of Hinduism, and Ang is the organs. So there are a few organs which came out of Vedas, and because of that, those organs are called the Vedang. And there are essentially six organs, which is six organs, or which are also which are very a sense of what we call it. How do you say that? That how do you see God, or how they tried, how they gave the concepts to achieve the super consciousness or get closer to the super consciousness or God. So and there, that is also called like the six philosophies of the Sanatan Dharma, or the uh, Hinduism essentially. That is like the Nyaya Darshan you have, then you have Vedanta Darshan, and Vedanta Darshan, of course, I mentioned it, and then you have Vaiseshik Darshan, and all in all, you have like six philosophies which are coming out of Vedas, and out of that, one is the Yoga Darshan. So Yoga Darshan is one which is given by sage Patanjali, and just like that, the other five philosophies of coming out of Vedas are given by five other different sages. Maybe we can talk about them in some later episodes, or if you want, you can, if you know about them, you can comment about them in the comment section. Maybe we will take it in the next video, or maybe in any video, because I don't guarantee that if I discontinue it here, I'll be continuing the same thing in the next episode, because we are here just to rant about opinions, and there is nothing structured for now. Thanks for listening to me, and in the next episode, let's see what all topics which we can have. Maybe you can suggest me some in the comment section. Till then, have a good day, take care of your health, and read as much as you can. Bye.